Okay, picture this. You're sound asleep, it's the middle of the night, and suddenly, bam, bam, bam on the door, your house is on fire.
Yeah, that's exactly what Governor Josh Shapiro and his family apparently went through early this morning at the governor's residence, no less.
Right, in Harrisburg.
They-
It's a pretty jarring scenario.
Definitely. And that sheer disruption, being woken up like that by police, it really underscores how serious this was from the get-go.
Absolutely. So that's what we're diving into today. We're looking at what we know about this fire based on the latest from CBS News.
And there are quite a few layers already. The fact that arson is suspected,
Exactly. And the governor, his family, they were actually inside at the time.
which is terrifying. But thankfully, the reports say no one was injured. That's the most important thing, really.
Totally agree. So let's try and piece together what happened, the timeline.
Okay, so the reports put it around 2 a.m. Sunday morning. Dead quiet, usually.
Right. At the governor's residence on North Front Street there in Harrisburg, Dauphin County. Pretty specific location.
And a significant one. The Harrisburg Bureau of Fire responded, which, tells you it wasn't just a minor thing.
Yeah, getting the fire department out at 2 a.m. suggests it was a real concern.
Definitely more than just a little smoke. And Governor Shapiro himself put out a statement.
Right, I saw that. He confirmed they were home, and it was the state police banging on the door that alerted them.
Just wow. Imagine that wake-up call and then finding out why.
And he specifically used the word arsonist, didn't he? Said someone intentionally set the fire.
He did.
Yeah.
That points directly to a deliberate act, not some kind of electrical fault or accident.
It does raise that vulnerability aspect, doesn't it? Even in a place like the governor's residence.
Absolutely. A very personal threat in a very public place.
And thankfully, the response seems to have been quick. The governor thanked both the state police and the Capitol Police for helping get the family out safely.
Yeah, good to know those procedures worked. That emergency response kicked in.
And again, the key thing, he confirmed no one was hurt.
Crucial. And that the fire itself was brought under control, so the fire department managed to contain it relatively quickly, it seems.
Okay, so the immediate danger passed, but now the investigation. How? Why?
Well, the Pennsylvania State Police, Troop H specifically, they're heading that up now.
And they've also confirmed, according to the CBS report, that they are investigating it as arson. So that aligns with the governor's statement.
Right. It's not just a preliminary suspicion, it's the official line of investigation. Deliberate.
And the report mentioned significant damage to a portion of the home.
Yeah. Significant, not minor. We don't know exactly what that means yet, but it sounds like more than just a scorch mark.
Suggests some serious repairs might be needed and, the disruption that causes.
Definitely. And damage to a building like that.
Yeah.
Symbolic, too, isn't it? Beyond just the physical stuff. Raises security questions.
For sure. And to help figure this out, state police are offering a reward.
Ah, yes, $10,000 through the PSP Tips program.
That's a pretty decent amount. They're looking for info leading to an arrest and conviction. Shows they're taking it very seriously.
It really does. That kind of reward is meant to encourage anyone who saw something, heard something, anything, to come forward.
And just so folks listening know, if you do have any information, the number is 1-800-4PA-TIP-PS. That's 1-800-472-8477.
Right. Sometimes even a small detail someone noticed could be the key piece investigators are missing. Community help is often vital in these cases.
It really can be. Now let's talk about the residence itself for a sec. It's right there on the Susquehanna River.
Must be quite a setting. And the report described it as, a 29,000 square foot Georgian-style home?
Yeah, huge. It gives you a sense of the scale and the history involved, Georgian style, that feels very sort of traditional, established.
It often does evoke that sense of stability, yeah. And apparently designed by an architect named George Ewing.
Little details like that are interesting, adds a layer to the building's story.
And the fact that it's housed, I think the records say 8 different governors and their families over the years.
8, yeah. That really makes it more than just a house, doesn't it? It's part of the state's history, intertwined with its leadership.
Exactly. It becomes a symbol, which, like you said, makes an attack on it feel, heavier, more significant than just property damage.
Feels like a violation against something more than just a building.
Precisely. It disrupts that sense of stability, attacks a symbol of governance.
And, the CBS report also briefly listed some other local news happening around the same time.
Oh, right. What was that?
Discovery of a body somewhere, the rollout of state police body cams continuing, another fire in Millville, a shooting in Trenton, just kind of paints a picture of a busy news day or period in the region.
Yeah. It's a good reminder that this, while obviously major news, isn't happening in a vacuum.
Right. It's part of that broader landscape of things communities and law enforcement are dealing with constantly. Safety, security, ongoing challenges.
Puts it in perspective a bit. It's one significant event, yes, but it lands within this flow of other regional happening.
It really shows how interconnected things are, doesn't it? Personal safety, police work, government symbols, community news. It all touches.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a complex mix.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap the main points. We had an early morning fire, Sunday, at the PA governor's residence in Harrisburg.
Investigators arson. Governor Shapiro and his family were home, evacuated safely by state and Capitol Police. No injuries reported, thankfully. Fire was contained.
Right. And state police are now leading the arson investigation, offering that $10,000 reward for useful information via 1-800-4PA-TIP-YES.
And the residence itself, a historic Georgian building on the river, home to multiple governors.
So when you sort of zoom out this incident at such a symbolic place, it does make you think, doesn't it?
It really does. Raises big questions about, well, security, for one, for officials, for these important sites.
And also motivations. What drives someone to do something like this? Deliberately setting fire to the governor's home.
Exactly. What does an act like that tell us, if anything, about the current climate? What are the potential ripple effects?
That's definitely the thought to sit with. Beyond the immediate facts of the fire, what does it signify? What are the implications moving forward?
And that's something for you listening to maybe mull over too. How do events like this shape our perception of safety, leadership, maybe even politics, regardless of the specific motive here?
It's a lot to consider. And just one final time, that number, if you have any info, 1-800-4PA-TIP-YES, Pennsylvania State Police want to hear from you.
Absolutely. And obviously, we'll keep following this. It's still very early in the investigation.
We will. We'll bring you more insights as details emerge. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive today.